AITA for closing the tunnels behind my house? 3 years ago, I bought a house a few towns over from where I grew up. A few months after I moved in, I discovered that in part of my backyard that's woods. There's a series of connected tunnels with 3 entrances. One that lets out to my house. One that lets out to the very back of the property owned by a local private school. And one that lets out about a quarter mile from a major train station in my area. There's no mention of it in county records. But from what I can tell, about 80% of it is technically within my property lines. It was obviously abandoned and in disgusting condition. I grew up hearing crazy stories about tunnels deep in the woods where crazy and super illegal things happened. But there was never any proof and it just sounded unbelievable. Maybe some of that was true after all. I spent a few months cleaning it and trying to figure out what I should do about it. If the stories were even half true, it was a massive safety risk to leave open. I landed on the idea of gating as much of it as I could just to lower the risk of unsafe activities there while still allowing me and my family and friends to use it. I engaged a lawyer about it, and he agreed that not only did I have the legal right to gate the parts of the tunnels that are on my property, but that it would be the responsible thing to do as it could be a liability for me if illegal things happened there. I got to work and had custom gates built and installed. I gated right at the entrance to the house. Entrance had measured out where to do it for the other 2 entrances. But I ended up meeting with the principal of the school. And he asked me to just go ahead and gate the entrance because they wanted it inaccessible. So that's at the entrance as well. The gate at the train entrance is a little over 7 feet in. I made sure that the gates covered the entire entryway. And each one has a safety latch so someone that was inside could easily get out. I feel a lot better knowing that it's now not accessible to just anyone or anything. But now some of the neighbors who had, I guess, been using it have noticed that the party is over. And they are not happy. They say it was their route to take their kids to school and to get to the train. I don't buy it, because it's not super obvious that it's there. And from the way I found it, it had clearly been abandoned by anyone even slightly reasonable for decades. I'm not willing to reopen it. And now I'm getting accused of blocking a public easement and just being a bad neighbor. AITA?